So yeah, I believe this is live. Um, double chat. Um, so yeah. So I was gonna do this as a I was gonna do this as as it is it is a stream yard. But I was gonna do like perhaps put the link in today for the with the mic thing, which I am going to start. But I've got a bit of a cold, like a bit burned up at the moment, and coughing. Bit, so I got a cold or something like that. I hope it isn't COVID, but so I think you can hear it in my voice a bit. So not in the mood for the kind of I don't really want to be doing inviting people in if I'm coughing, it just ruins it. I remember I did it before where I had just even though the cover went live still, and it's like coughing all the way through it. So I don't want to be doing that. So just thought just not gonna. I'm just gonna leave that. Just gonna do it like this. I'm just gonna do like a live chat, a live stream. So yeah. So so yeah, that's why So once it gets a bit better, I'm definitely gonna start to. So between now and then, I'm just gonna do these kind of ones. So live, normal live, and gameplays. Then once this gets a bit better, then start doing. Then we start doing the mic things. Put the link in and see if anyone. Please, I just put that. Basically, what I'll do is I just put the link, and if anyone wants to come in, they can. So that's how I'm going to do that. So yeah. So it's good. You can do that. So if anyone does that actually show like that? Does it show that on the YouTube side as well? Does it? I see. Oh, this is this. That's good. So if anyone asked a question, I could highlight it and answer it. It's good. It's like a cute. That'd be great for kind of like. But yeah, I'm bugged up. So my voice. I don't even hear it. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm just feel bunged up. That's all. Like it's not. It's mainly in my throat. I feel it is, and it's just a cough as well. So I've only got two symptoms with it really: bunged up, feeling bunged up in the throat, and coughing. So I don't know if that's. I don't know if that is. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know, but I don't know. Probably. Hopefully, if it is, it's only mild, isn't it? It'll be only like a mild COVID. So make sure I'm just drinking hot drinks and stuff. So yep. So remember the last one of these I did. It didn't show like the chat thing didn't show up on the side after the stream, so it didn't really matter because no one chatted. So I make sure that I type it. It's probably because no one chatted in that because no one typed. I bet if I type stuff, it'll show up this time. Because the last time I did this, I didn't actually type anything in the chat. So maybe because there was no like, maybe because I didn't type in it, that's why it didn't show up on the. So, and I thought maybe it's just disabled but automatically, but it didn't. So I didn't need to. But it can't need to get to show. But it doesn't really matter. In the day, it don't really matter. But yeah, don't really matter. But I think I want to make sure that I type something so it shows. Hopefully the chat will show afterwards. So just by putting live should be enough. So So once this cough's a bit better and I'm not so bunged up, I will be doing one of these, but the link will be put and it will start to do that. So start to put the link in on the off chance that someone, if anyone does actually want to come and join, they can do. And yeah, and I know a lot of people don't like it being recorded, and recorded and uploaded afterwards. But then I just do that because I like doing that because it's kind of because I can listen to myself back afterwards and helps me to listen to myself back because it helps you feel because obviously sometimes I think I sound like I think I sound. I'm so hard on myself, and then listen to myself back, and it's realize, it didn't sound as bad as I, seemed. So, and not only that, it's just if you get a good, interesting thing going, it's entertainment for the subscribers, isn't it as well? It's entertainment for you and other subscribers. So, so. And I think live streaming is a great way nowadays to kind of connect and interact with your subscribers and followers. So I'm using it for that. I'm using this as well. So and also I like doing this. So that's why I do it. Some people don't like live. Some people just don't like it, do they? But I like streaming. I like doing it. So I do it for that reason. If I didn't like doing it, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't stream. I wouldn't do something that I don't enjoy doing. So let's just listen to the mic. I don't know. Should we just listen? Yeah, same here. I always feel like I sound. I hate how I sound. I always think. I always worry about how I sound on the phones, and I'm thinking because when I'm anxious, I rush out my words, and then no matter how much I try and take the one thing I try to help myself when it comes to talking on the phone. So I always take a deep breath before I say what I'm going to say. And there's always like a pause then, and then they're probably thinking, like John, you make a phone call and they go, "Hello, can I help you?" And there's like, it's like a pause between me answering, and because I have to go, "Oh yeah, can I want to find out about this?" So it's like I hate that because I was thinking if I don't take too long to speak, they're probably going to think there's no one there. So so I try not to, but I try to build myself up to speak. Yeah, I would like to book an appointment, and then they ask your name, then my name is so it's just as I have actually it's hard for me to I think growing up and stuff, and I think this is all related to having anxieties. I grew up with used to have I think I still have it. It's only when I'm really overwhelmed, really anxious and it gets out of control. I have a stammer, so that's also something I used to have as well. Wow, I think I still have it there. It's still there, but I think my main issue now is just talking fast and rushing out my words. And I think that was due to I think I started talking fast because of the stammer to kind of it's like a coping mechanism. And also I think it's just an anxiety symptom as well, talking fast. So when I'm nervous, I speak fast because I don't want to stammer. So yeah, that's why I kind of believe it's like a coping mechanism that I kind of developed to help the stammer to get by it. So, and now I've sorted the issue. It's not so bad with the stammer. It's more of the. But now doing that, now I have another problem. Now talking fast. So I've tried to help. Helped with one thing. I tried to. Found a way to deal with one thing, but now I've created like another issue. So, but then again, I just think that could be mostly emotional anxiety. So, but things. Okay, it seems to be fine. Good. Well, it should be. I made sure. I made sure to use. I made sure my ear. I always made sure before I live. Make sure my microphone's working. You know that. So I have to make sure I select the microphone because I've got quite a few. Got this one here. I've got the other microphone, which I'm not using today. I've got this one here. So I've got plenty. I've also got a cough. So currently, so yeah, but yeah, yeah, I'm from UK. Yeah, but the British, UK, England. And if I'm from England, well, I live in England. You know. Where are you from? Are you from England or some other country? I know a lot of people. I know there's all people are from all different places. Yeah. I think mostly, but the majority of people that follow the channel from either from America, UK, but they're the main countries. A few from Canada, and I don't know how. I think probably odd few from Australia. Who knows? And a lot of people from a lot of places in Europe as well. So it's great. It's all different places, even from all different countries and stuff. So cool. Yeah, that's England. a lot of people are from. It's great. So I've got kind of a bit of a cold right now. So I don't know if I'm probably sad. I think it's probably one of those things. I probably don't sound as bad as I think I sound from. I think it's how I sound, how I hear myself from in my how I hear my own voice. I could just hear like all the bullness that I feel in my throat. Hear it on the outside, coming through my voice. So but I don't know. Okay. I remember moving. I moved into this place I'm living now a couple of years ago. I remember the whole thing of moving. It's stressful times moving, the and settling in and stuff. And it's just remember that a couple of years ago I went through all that. So But I moved from a flat into a house, so I actually lived in a flat before. Now I live in a. I moved from a flat to a house, so the fun of moving and that. This is not great with things. I hate moving with anxiety because you got to change everything. You got to contact people and you got to change, tell them your new address and all that, and all the phone calls and stuff. And some things you can get away with, you can just do it online, but certain things you have to make phone calls. Like certain things you can't just change it online. But I managed to do a few things without having to phone anybody, so that was great. But there's certain things you have to phone in it. There's like no way around it. Oh no, if you're changing your address, or you must phone us on this number, and then it's like anxiety of phones. So they have anxiety of phones, but I think, find these actually find these easier than phone calls. Doing these live things, phone calls are just the worst. But it's probably because I know that people who are talking to kind of have anxiety too. Because I know my subscriber following is just mainly, it's just pretty much is from talking about social anxiety. So I know that most of the people I'm talking to have anxiety too. So it's probably why I don't feel, probably why it's easier. But, yeah, but the good thing about phone calls, at least they can't see you. So if no matter how you come across on the phone, at least all they do is listen to you. They can't, they didn't see you. So it's just awkward. I don't know. I just phone calls are the damn worst. The place I was in before. Obviously, there was a landlord that was living there that actually sold the flat, so we knew the rent was going to go up anyway. So, and we wanted out of there, so we thought let's just go for the move. So I'm paying more than what I'm paying for in there now. This place is much expensive. The rent's gone up since I moved in. But it's just But I'm paying less for my council tax now. That's actually a lower band. So, and I'm actually saving more on the internet because I was getting ripped off in the place I was living in because I was paying £20 more because they're ripping me off with the phone, paying for the phone, like £20 more for a phone line. Oh yeah. So, yeah. I've got 2 people in the chat today. Good. That's good. I don't think my cold's gonna get any worse. Hopefully not. It's I've had it since Thursday. It started up, so I think it was gonna get worse. It got worse already. I think because I find when you have a cold, when it starts the first 2 days are the worst, aren't they? But it's not got any worse so far. But it started on Thursday morning. It did, so it's cold. So yeah, they're doing this silly. I got do these chats. I have a fucking chair. I don't even sit in it. I want to do the rest of these chats. So I'm gonna try to because I got myself another kind of little because I know it's so cramped in here. I don't have any space or anything, so I've got myself like another kind of little desk thing. It's just like a fold up one. It is, and I'm trying to use that. But I'm using a different laptop right now. I'm using my crappy one, the older one. No, not a crappy one, but old gaming. So this is my new laptop anyway. I got, so I'm not using it at the moment because I'm not gaming. I was trying to save for it and stuff. But yeah, I've got this other stand thing. So try and sit. If I can use that, I can sit at the desk, and it folds into different things. So you can fold it into like for different kind of like use it for like what's this? I have to. So if I use that, try and use that. So I sit in the chair. So, but I've also have to sit over here though. So I've got my mics here. So as well. So. Exactly, because I don't want it to wear out. So then I just got it in. I only got it in June, so, so you know, I've got this other one here that I can still use. I think yeah, it's alright for this. This other laptop, you can still game on it, but you can't stream. But you can't stream it or record it. But it still plays games. It still plays like Vice City on it or whatever. But yeah. But I say they've on for streaming and stuff. You know, it's better. Let's change the banner to. Let's change the color. Let's change the color. Let's do grey. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we should do grey. Then why not? It matches everything else now. My whole street. Whole stream's looking like grey walls, grey chair, grey banner. So. So yeah, once this cough, this cold throat's cleared a bit more, which probably will be this next week or so. I'll be doing. I don't say what I'm saying. I am going to actually start. Putting the link in, subscription, and to actually start calling these chats. Like I'm bringing back the kind of on mic chats. So if anyone, when it's low, if anyone isn't interested, no pressure, but if anyone just would like to actually come into the chat, they can do. So just because we have to get because just to start doing that again. So I was going to do today, but my throat. I've got coughing. I've got coughing. The cough's being a pain. So and I know it's ruining it. So like coughing all the whole time. But yeah, but we'll be bringing that back. So it's like so they'll be doing these. Just normal lives, gameplays. So 3 types of streams. So just like this now, like talking right now, and gameplay, and then also. So this is the stream you can use to invite people. This is the one. This is that streaming software that that I'll be using. So it's called StreamYard. Before it used to be obviously there used to be Google Hangouts before that, but I definitely like this better. This is much safer. This is as well safer. You ain't got to worry about like there's not you got to worry about trolls just like coming in big like coming in loads of them at once and getting out of control. Because that can't happen with this, so which is cool. So but all those years, I've just like all these years. If I think, but for 2020, I was if I should have done more of these in 2020, I had a chance to talk and do like mic chats and stuff, and I wasted that. Yeah, I didn't even do many. I actually went for a period where I didn't do didn't do many streams. That year when I moved into here, I didn't really do many streams because it's like kind of I wasn't really because I also all the moving stuff and stuff like that. And there was a time where I kind of took a big break. So I didn't really start streaming properly again until like the end of 2020. So it's only last year where I started like streaming, more regularly. But I still do have the odd breaks here and there. But just I try not to leave it too long. But I want to change to make the most of these streams because StreamYard. I mean, this could change eventually. The StreamYard, it could become more limited. They always like to limit to what you can use on the free version. So I'm sure eventually they're going to just keep, limiting, certain. Eventually, just you probably have to pay just to invite people to do like live chats. So let's try and I'm gonna try and make sure I use it before then. So get loads of good chats in before then. So if that does happen, I can always find someone else. So yeah. So and there's also not not live chats as well, isn't there? But as well, so there's also that. But if we can also try and get more people to join these talking live, maybe those people that come on the mic and talking live on here, that they may also be interested in just talking, not in private, like not on like public, like private group chat or something. So like the chat we had the other day. I mean, we had the other day with Sarah and Chris because we were chatting, weren't we, together? Like, so. Oh, cool! Yeah. It definitely helps with my anxiety. Just kind of one. So it's something, just one thing to help, isn't it? So. Because there has been people before that were that actually followed the. But definitely know I have there's some followers from before as well that used to follow that channel when I did the hangouts and the popular live chats I had, in 2015. I think some people do follow, and I think there's one person that even said that they also would like to chat one time. So I hope they're still around. So I hope it's not because that was the year that was 2020 when I took that damn break. I didn't do anything for ages. And he did say he would interested in joining one again at some point. So I hope he still watches. But Brandon, his name is. So I don't know if he's still. If you are watching this, Brandon, if you ever do see this, definitely still interested in doing. I am interested in you perhaps come in that do like on mic chats and stuff, in group chats and stuff. Because fun, I think it's good. Funny if you have like group chat on here, like it's live and it's just being silly and things. It's just sometimes you can be fun and it'd be funny. You get all different people talking, right? It's interesting as well. So, so they will be happening. Definitely. I'm not. I keep saying that. I did say a while ago, live streams on mic chats will be back, but this time I mean it. So I am actually really want to seriously start to do it. So. I would. It's funny we get different that before the chats I did before, like just loads of people. It's just fun. It's funny. So I had this one guy come in or something. If obviously he must have done. I don't know if it's how he actually sounds, or he did something to the volume, the sound of his microphone. It sounded like really. His voice was like really. It just made his voice sound really funny. But you can get like people that come in and have really, they might have like they might add some effect to their microphone or something, and it's just like it's funny, or maybe it's how they sound. I don't know. But I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, we're definitely doing them. So yeah, just been on the random side, just on YouTube watching random stuff today. Like, I go from like watching all wrestling to watching stuff like the doorbell thieves, like recorded, like people have cameras on their doorstep and record the package. I think it's package thieves. There's like videos of they get caught or something and like whatever. And so it's just, some people get caught. They go after they catch them, and it's just like they have like videos stuff like that, or like what I watch of like like UFOs and stuff, and watching have. I was watching EastEnders again the other day, old EastEnders again. And I don't know. So yeah, checked out AEW as well. There's not much to watch this week on that. So I think you can kind of like if you watch if you look on YouTube, there's a channel and it shows you what happens in that show. So if there's anything, it shows that clip and that. So you don't need to watch the whole show. Because majority of the show is just crap. I only watch certain matches on it. So it saves me watching the whole exactly highlights, yeah, and yeah, so that's. I don't think anything happened this week with Saraya. The name is Paige, or AKA Paige. Because we know she's like Paige from she was called Paige in WWE, but she's in AEW now. She's called Saraya. Her name is. Well, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Saraya. Yeah, I think it's Saraya. That's it. Yeah. So. But no, I think there's some other story wrestling news. I think there's this woman that was she's in one of the old like the Tough Enough things. There used to be a show for WWE called Tough Enough, and it's like the people that want to become wrestlers and stuff. And I think I heard about one person that was winning one of the shows series died the other day. She died at 30. I think I don't know what she died from, but saying I think she said like a couple of days. I think the day before she died, she just got over like a sinus infection. So whether a sinus infection it's got to her brain or something, or maybe she just died from a heart problem. I don't know, one of the two things. Well, it could be a drug overdose or anything, Oh yeah, definitely 30 years young when someone. But I don't know what it didn't say what the cause of death was, but saying that I think on it she has an Instagram and she's put a picture of her saying about she's back in the gym or something, and saying I've just got over a bad sinus infection. So I think that was like the day before she died. So some people die when you die young. It's just like natural causes, isn't it, or something, or you got some other guy that normally have some underlying condition. But then you can see all the conspiracy theorists are in the comment section of on her for Instagram. It's probably it's the COVID vaccine. It's probably it can come out later in you, and it can come out a few years later, and it can cause symptoms and bullshit. I'm not listening to the the COVID conspiracy theories. I don't know. I doubt they're harmful. Let's hope not, and let's hope they're not. That's it. But but I think if people that do get stuff from it, it's just obviously it's I think it's obviously a reaction. I think it's a reaction or something, isn't it? Or something. How about the cameras? What's the camera? Start camera. What happened? Oh, the other things must have knocked the fucking thing. Settings. Oh, is that if every time you move this camera, it plugs it. Starts. I don't want to use the built-in one. It's a shite. Yeah. People that are conspiracy. I was at one point I was like watching about the conspiracy theories and like the COVID ones, and I was like kind of whatever they're writing. Like I think there's one conspiracy theory where they're saying they were they're putting in like microscopic they're putting like they're putting these chips into us or something, and like that's bullshit. The ones started reading that conspiracy theory, like doing that, it's ridiculous. But yeah. That's ridiculous when it happens. Like just a little knock, like, and it's just like it doesn't act. If it just not the wire on the webcam, it sort of turns off. Same. There's nothing. There's not much to find. There's not much. But even the microchip made, like nothing in. There's nothing in. They've got nothing interesting either in me. So I think there's another conspiracy theory that Amazon Alexa can it's like it kind of listens to you, and it kind of listening to like the government's kind of secretly listening to people and stuff. But I'm thinking if they listen to my household here, like they wouldn't get any they wouldn't they're not. It's just like they're not gonna hear nothing. Nothing interesting. So I think another one, people saying that like it kind of like talks in the night as well. I have people saying that it's a conspiracy, saying that kind of like it wakes, it turns on, it's like talking on its own in the night, saying weird stuff. So, even not like even years ago, I kind of found myself getting sucked into kind of the conspiracy theories and like stuff like like stuff like that and stuff. But now I kind of think now that I don't shouldn't listen to conspiracy theories so much. I don't believe them as much as I've never quite 100% believed in the conspiracy theories, but kind of like in my mind, it's been kind of like a bit what if, it could be true, maybe maybe there is some truth to these conspiracy theories, but there's no like proof. So if there's no proof and they just seem like ridiculous, and then it's just like it doesn't then I just don't believe it. But like the microchipping people with the vaccines, like that just seems ridiculous. I don't see how they would. I don't know how they pull it off. So, and I think you'd feel it as well. I can't feel on a microchip. So well, unless it's deeper down in the tissue. I don't know. I think the tissue in your arm just go quite deep down, but still can't feel nothing. I don't believe it. So there's even another conspiracy theory that I kind of believed in. That I still not. It's probably one conspiracy theory that I still kind of in a way believe, but I don't know anymore. I'm kind of after watching other stuff explaining it, but like the kind of 9/11 conspiracy theories. That's one conspiracy theory that I still don't quite, I don't know what happened really. It could have been an inside job, it could have not, They're never gonna know, so I kind of like given up thinking about it, So, I don't know, maybe if I believed that the terrorists did hijack the planes, and they obviously I believe in all that. I believe in that terrorist attacks and they hijacked the planes. But the only thing that I think that possibly could have happened if it was an inside job and the government had some involvement is I think maybe the government and the intelligence agencies allowed it to happen, and they kind of joined in and kind of they sort of let the terrorists attack, and they also and the government rigged the building as well, so the plane would hit, and obviously once the plane damaged it, they'd rig the building and bring it down. So it's what I don't believe that 100% now, but that's kind of a conspiracy that I think it could have happened. That could be one of the that could be how it went down, but I don't know. So I kind of like over the years I used to kind of believe it all, but now I'm kind of like maybe not, because I've watched other things explaining how the buildings came down. But building 7 still doesn't make no sense because that one hit my plane, and but that came down the same way. They said the twin towers came down because planes crashed into it. But building 7 collapsed the exact same way, completely down its footprint, but didn't meet any resistance and fell out the same way. So that still makes you just wonder what's going on there, But I don't know. And even like there's a janitor guy that worked in there or something, and he says, and he was like, because he used to be the janitor, he used to go around, it was like a cleaner in the towers or something. He had keys to all the stairwells, and he's saying on that day he was there, and he was down in the lower basements area, and he heard an explosion below him. There's something blew up in the basements or the areas below where he was, so it came from below the building. But then at first he tried to go out and investigate what it was, saying he thought maybe it's a gas explosion. But then as soon as he went to like tell someone, he heard the explosion at the top of the first plane hit him. So, what's the guy called? If his name, William Rodriguez, something. His name is. He worked in worked in the towers. But he's actually someone actually worked there. And if either he believes maybe that there's a bomb at the bottom of the building, like because there's bombs in there. It was like, yeah. I'll see if I can find his name. Let's try and find his name. So William Rodriguez. William Rodriguez 9/11. That's his name, William. It's William. That's it, William Rodriguez. That's it. So with some of his stories, just like his name. That's his name. So if you want to look him up for some time. He was even on even after the attacks. You know, he was actually on the news. Wow, he just because he was obviously he was the janitor in there, and he was saying stuff, and then and he was also saying that the kind of media was telling him to say, but don't tell people this in interviews. You know, they're trying to shut him up, and they tried to offer him money. And he just kind of, in the end, he just kind of told him to come fuck themselves, and just kind of started telling the truth. Then he started telling what really happened, the true story of what he experienced. You know, he started telling the true story, like what he heard and what he witnessed and heard in the towers. So very credible. That's he's a very credible kind of person to kind of to listen to, because he's kind of he was and he actually was in those towers. So the people that are in the towers, they're the ones who have the who know have the real stories. So yeah. But that's the only conspiracy theory that I still kind of believe. And whatever conspiracy theories do I still kind of believe? Oh, I believe another one. I believe is the stuff with aliens. I think that maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I believe the aliens things anymore. But aliens like the government cover up of aliens and stuff, and the UFOs and stuff. I don't know. Because UFO doesn't necessarily mean aliens; it just means unidentified objects. So it can mean anything. So but if anything that's not identified, if anything like the air traffic control and people up in there that control the airspace, the only thing that they but that they can't they can't explain what it is or whatever, or they don't know where it's coming from. That's what you can, but that's when you class it as an unidentified object. So. E.T. I remember that. I remember seeing that film. E.T. I've had weird dreams with aliens. Once upon a time I had a dream like there's like a little alien spaceship outside the window, and it's kind of like looking into it's like on hovering outside the window, and kind of looking in, and it's kind of had this light shining. And it was like, yeah, just that's creepy. So another thing I used to watch as well, that's another thing I used to kind of believe as well. There's like this thing on YouTube, strange sounds in the sky. People used to always record saying there's like hearing all these like the sound of trumpets and stuff like this, stuff in the sound, or like apocalyptic, as they say, apocalyptic sounds or doomsday. I kind of watched what them and I kind of believed, but some of them, but I think some of them are just fake. Some people just take and like make it fake and make it obvious it's fake, but there could be some ones that actually are true, like some sounds people have recorded they could just be unexplained, and who knows. I've never seen UFOs. I've never had anything like that, but I have had paranormal experiences before, though, in the past. So I've had nothing lately though in the last few years, so and I keep it that way. I don't particularly like, I don't particularly like it. I know, it's kind of, I know it's kind of, well, it's kind of cool, if you do see something, but or hear something, but who knows? But it just could be the brain mucking around with me. I don't know, but so yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think it's all that explain. All things. I think there's all these things people think. I think there's more earthly explanation for it than just other than it being something from outer space. So that time I saw when I was a kid, if I saw an apparition, I should have put my fist up. I said, "You want to fight?" Instead of telling me if I wanted to fight, I could have, had a fight with the ghost. I think I was too scared at the time. So. Yeah, I can't punch for shit. I'm not very. I'm not really a good puncher. So I'm not a hard puncher. So I'm sure a boxer. If a ghost spooked a boxer, they're just um they probably KO it. So. I'm watching all the drama stuff on YouTube, like the YouTube like all these YouTubers getting into boxing and stuff. It's like, it's like, and it's just kind of like, it's just silly. Like, I think there's another YouTuber now. I think all stuff before, like there's one that was fighting Keitai's brother. He's fighting if he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, which is ridiculous. Like, but as they call it, it's just an exhibition. The YouTuber, it's like it's like they just see it as an exhibition. It's not like a professional boxing match. Like it's like an exhibition. They call it an exhibition. The thing is making him. I think this. The thing is trying to do. I think they're doing it for the money. I think like the Floyd Mayweather's just doing it for the money. That's an easy day off. Like it's not really. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really into boxing, but I've checked it out. All the stuff. Just hear about the stuff the stuff for YouTube there. All the the Logan Paul, Jake Paul stuff. Boxing, like YouTube boxing and silly. It's just did you? I think the reason why that's why the thing that's why he keeps doing it, Floyd. There's a big, he gets good pay, and he's retired, and he just wants to have a bit of fun, Just, so that boxing fight he had with Logan Paul was just like, he barely touched him. He barely didn't even hit him. He barely hit him. He's like, so you see, Ty's just going easy on him. So, which because he's not a professional boxing fighter, it's an exhibition. But people pay for that shit. Man, it's like it's funny because the day after it's already uploaded for free on YouTube. So I probably will watch it. And watch the Deji versus Floyd Mayweather. I did watch the Logan Paul one. Versus Floyd Mayweather last year. But this one. But I don't think Floyd's even that tall. I think apparently he's a lot shorter than what he says on. What you look him up, I think he's even shorter than what it says on it. If you actually Google his height, I think he's shorter than that. Really, I think he's like 5'7" or something, 5'8". I think he might be shorter than that though. Who knows? But a lot of them are so different. Because I think that match, the one he had with Logan, was obviously a massive height difference. Because I think Logan's like 6'2", I think, or 6'2", yeah. I think, and I was Floyd's really like 5'8", 5'7", 5'8". I know, but I don't know. So that's the height, obviously weight and height difference. I watched a recent interview with Floyd. He's saying about he's saying if Jake Paul was to go against a real boxer in a real actual boxing match, it would look bad. He said it would look bad. He'd get destroyed. So just so I think they're just going to stick into. That's why if he just sticks to what he's doing, in exhibitions, then fine. Because saying Jake Paul is going to fight the Canelo, but Floyd's saying, oh no, Canelo would kill him in a fight, in a real fight, in a real boxing fight. So it's not. It's obviously just yeah. So they obviously learn. So it takes. I don't know. I don't have much knowledge on boxing, so I don't can't really talk about boxing. But if all I know is of all these YouTubers aren't professional boxers, they're just like it's just all the matches that all the ones I have in aren't professional like boxing matches. They're just just entertainment. So it's funny. It's just funny how Floyd has YouTuber. He says it in the way he says it. And if he has a fight, he sticks to fighting YouTubers and MMA fighters, he'll be fine. But if you go against if you went against a real boxer, it would get destroyed. It would get exposed and look really bad, which is true. Because right before it was kissing up to Jake Paul and thinking like making them sound like they're really great. And then now he's actually telling the truth. He's being honest. That you're thinking that they can't just they're not just going to be they've got to become a proper professional to fight professionally. So yeah. Just how it does. It just Floyd, man. That's why it says it. YouTuber just sticks to fighting YouTuber exhibitions. Like it's the way it says it. It's funny. So, the probably going for another 15 minutes. Then I'm going to probably just end the stream for today. Next, Floyd. YouTube, yeah, YouTuber, and it's just the way he says it, just the interview way he just talks about it, cracks me up. Just the way he says it, it's an exhibition. That's just the way it's just funny. So, have you seen the interview? Have you watched that interview lately? You know, there's a recent one. So Floyd is talking about. So Floyd Mayweather. Floyd. There's the rest of the video there. If you want to, there's a TMZ one, I think it is. Exhibition. It's just, cool. Yeah. 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 Oh yeah, no, I need some kind of. Yeah, I've got some. I think I got something like that anyway. So I've got myself some lock kits as well. They're good for throats, coughing and stuff. So um, the sweet things they help. I think with the throat. They help with when you're on the bus and shit. So they're good. So. YouTuber. All right. haven't watched mine. The last film I saw was the one I saw last Sunday, the Smile. It's a great Halloween thing to do at Halloween. Just go out somewhere and go like I did the Smile. Just yeah. If I ever saw anyone do that, I'd make sure. So if I saw someone just start and they started to, if you know they're going to just like something's going to happen, I wouldn't watch it, because then if I watched it and I witnessed it, then the chain would just continue. The only way to break the chain is to don't witness someone killing themselves. Halloween. And as far as people like to be going out, as far as there's not people out doing when the kids are trick or treating, be going around knocking on people's doors, just like standing there smiling at people. It's like horror. That's like kind of like scary. It's like from there's no costume. They have to like they didn't have a costume now. When I don't think any of the people in the film had a costume or anything. So you don't need to wear a costume. You just stop and just do a creepy smile and just keeps staring. The wonder thought make another movie because that ended because it didn't, they didn't break the chain. So the guy, the guy that was with the woman, he witnessed her, she was taken over. She had it in her, and she killed herself, and then he witnessed that. So the chain the chain wasn't broken, so it continued. So I don't know. Maybe they probably will make another one in the future. I don't know if it'll be every year though, but who knows? It's less effort than the kids need it. The kids don't need to go around just with a top over the head anymore. Like I know kids when they're little used to go around when I was a kid and just put the top over the head and just like go around like that. So what's the rest of the effort? You have to just put less effort into it. All you got to do is just do a creepy smile. It's a new way. It's a new way kids can do trick or treating now. That probably will be one. Yeah, I hope I'll definitely watch that if it comes out again. Be good. So yeah, and no, I'm gonna probably end it here anyway. So yeah, it's just another chat anyway. So next week on a true, I definitely do more game. I need to do a game stream as well. I'll do one. I'll do another one of these. Hopefully, if my cough and my throat doesn't sound like I'm bunged up, I'll do a stream. I'll do one of these, but with a link and stuff. And I'm trying to have a chat. I'm trying to do more of these as well, just more anyway. So it's good chatting to you. So just I'm just gonna relax now. Just make sure, just keep resting to help. Hopefully, this cold goes off. So yeah. So yeah. So